Right, hello there everyone, welcome back to James Redmond TV. It is an honour to be joined by you all today and welcome to another Redmond Roundup. If you do enjoy, be sure to smash a like and subscribe, and obviously shout out to all of these legends. I've been recovering, people. I've been recovering nicely, and yeah, I'm back, I'm ready for today's Redmond Roundup. I hope you are too. Make sure you got your popcorn, make sure you've got your cup of teas and whatnot, and let's get into today's Redmond Roundup. So yeah, like I said, I had a bit of a meh over the weekend. Don't get me wrong, sound weekends, not the greatest of weekends, but certainly not the... In fact, it weren't even the weekend within the week. Well done, James. I mean, these lockdown days just get to me, mate. I lose track of days all the time now, but this week, let's say this week, because we're on, what, Thursday, so the game was Tuesday. How am I feeling 2 days later? Meh. How was I feeling on the day? Meh. You know what I mean? It's not really changed. And, you know, since the game, all that's really happened is a clip's gone massive fucking of me reacting to Trent's goal. If you haven't saw that clip, here it is. Trent, don't lose the ball again, Trent. Because you're losing this battle so far. I'm glad that Trent's had this season, you know, people. I'm really happy because, and let me tell you why I'm happy. Let me tell you why I'm happy that I see Trent getting done week in, week out. And I know it's a mad analogy, but I truly believe this is only going to make Trent a better player overall. Like, I'm not even, like, I think if there's one aspect to where Trent, we know defensively, he's very vulnerable. He's probably going to make multiple more mistakes in this game. But even though that is true, what the fuck has Trent just done? So yeah, I thought that would have been just a funny little thing to start off the show with, because obviously we've got a bunch of topics to get into, no doubt about it. But I wanted to start off showing you that clip, just in case for those who hadn't seen it. And the only reason why I wanted to show it, not because it's probably funny to every single neutral who will ever see it, but it's more so for the fact I was actually making a point before I was rudely interrupted by Trent's mistake, by Trent's assist to Asensio. So it's one of them things where I actually want to get that point across of what I was trying to say and whether or not I still stand by it, because looking at that clip back, the timing of that goal, of when I was talking about Trent, in the way I was talking about him, saying shit like, oh, he's probably even going to make more mistakes in this game, but I think it's going to make him learn. And let me get back to the point of what I was saying before that goal. When I say mistakes will be good for Trent and, you know, a poor season, it's a good thing it's came now instead of later. The reason why I actually think that is because what has Trent done so far in his career, to the point where he's got a bit of experience and he's also mixed that experience with a good bit of success. He's played in a good team, he's had a crucial part in that good team, and also he's won trophies along the way. So that's happened in the space of what? 3 seasons of first team football. So not a long time. If you think about Marcus Rashford, he's been in Man United's first team for 5 to 6 seasons, and I might be wrong there, and again, different, well, not really different circumstances. Man United should be winning a trophy in that space of time, but you get what I'm trying to say. It's not an easy thing to do, and Trent didn't only do it, but he had a crucial part in that. And when I say things like he's the best right back in the world, of course on form he's not, and I know people like to try and have this thing where it's like, oh, he's just a cross merchant, oh, he's only good in a system, now he's not playing around certain players, he's not doing as well. Welcome to football. That's football. Every player has that type of impact. Look at Thiago when he first comes into the Liverpool team with no Henderson in the mid or Fabinho in the midfield. You saw what he was like. Now we're seeing an improvement because Fabinho's back in that midfield. Trent has lost 2 not only crucial players, but crucial leaders who have a big part to play on that right-hand side as well. Virgil van Dijk, who plays the right centre-back, and then Henderson, who plays right centre-mid. And I'm not going to get into the reasons to why Trent has been shit this season, because there's many more reasons than just them 2 players being out. Does he need to improve one-on-one defensively to be the best right-back in the world? Absolutely. But I'm glad that we've learned this now at the young age of 22 that he is. Bear in mind, he's already won a Champions League and Premier League, to improve. And also, like, I don't know how much you all look into attitude, and I don't know how much you all look into interviews and how players act on interviews, because I get, when it's an interview with Sky or whatever, the player most likely, unless your name's James Maddison, you're probably not going to be being yourself, essentially. You're going to be market trained in terms of what to say in them moments, how to say it, and all that other shit. You're not going to talk about how you actually feel within the game of football. And that's just how I feel when it comes to this Trent. Not that he's all PR and he only looks for the right answers in interviews. When I watch interviews of Trent, I genuinely see someone, you know, when he's talking about his mistakes, when he's talking about errors, even when he's talking about good things, he just wants more, like, not more mistakes, he wants more improvement, he wants to get better. And I think a mindset, and I also feel mindset's very overlooked in football, I think that mindset will get him far. I'm not going to lie to you. So I wanted to address the Trent situation at the start of this video because I felt it had to be. I know a lot of people would have saw that clip and it's just a bit heavy. But hey, we move. We take this one and we move. Now, obviously, to see more content on the Real Madrid game and whatnot, I've done my post-match reaction. It's the last video I've done. Also, this week or next week, when we're doing the Real Madrid preview to the second leg, you're going to see more build-up on that day. But today, obviously, I've just touched on Trent, but there's another player that's been not only in and out of form, he's just really been out of form. You know, the only in form he's had is maybe when he chips in with a goal. But outside of that, he hasn't had a great game. Obviously, I'm talking about Sadio Mane. You would have saw the intro as well that I put into this video. Let me know what you thought of that. But making that, I was genuinely crying. Let me tell you now when I made that intro, because it's a bit of a weird one when I talk about Mane. Because the question I'm just getting asked now, is Mane finished or is he in a bad patch? That's what people are kind of in like two minds about. Like, is he 35? Even though he's not 35, he's about 30 or something. I think he's actually 29. But is he now acting like he's 35? He can't kick a ball. He hasn't got that same effectiveness as he had before, and he's finished. Are you on that side of the fence, or are you on the side where you're going, okay, so this is the fair, even though he's had little bad patches before, they've only lasted 3 to 4 games. This is his first proper bad patch, kind of like a Firmino bad patch last season, which was in a good team. This is in a shit team, so there's obviously context with it. But if you look at certain moments, if you use your eye test for a second, and you just see Mane in certain situations, one that stands out is in the Real Madrid game. I think Mane turned brilliantly, by the way, one of their players. It might have been Nacho Fernandez. And once he turned him, mate, it was basically just run through on goal and hit B. Or hit circle, whatever fucking console you play. Just press shoot and you might have a chance. Mane didn't even go forward. It was like he went forward and then he stopped. He cut back and waited for options. Why are you waiting for options when, at least from my eyes, I thought Mane was quicker than them all. I thought Mane was quicker than Firmino. I thought Mane was quicker than Salah. And you're telling me you're not using your pace to be able to go through on goal and score a one-on-one against Courtois. Obviously, Courtois is a good goalkeeper, not trying to say shit by emphasising the fact it's Courtois, but you know what I mean. You'd have a shot against him, you'd have a good chance. So, that's one thing. Do I think he's done? I don't know. It's a weird one now, because I feel like if it was just a bad patch, it'd be done by now. Do you get what I mean? All good players don't have to just rely on a certain thing. If you're a world-class player, you should be able to use the tools of what you've got and make that somewhat work. Because Mane, to me, I can easily sit here and say, oh, he's lost a yard of pace. Oh, he's lost a yard of this. He's lost a yard of that. He's, what else? He's not the same without the fans. He's an adrenaline junkie. So without the fans there, he hasn't got the same oomph. And that's just wrong, even if it is the case. So, like, at the end of the day, we do need to start looking at it. Whatever side of the fence that you sit on, we need to look at the fact that Mane is at least on the other side of the hill. That's one thing I will admit. And what have I been saying on this channel for weeks? I've been saying, get Mane dropped, get him on the bench, get him in a place, put him into a corner to where he's really going to have to think about himself. Because I feel like when you get, and I'm sure he's thinking about himself every day right now. Oh, why am I not playing the same? And I get that, but I mean, where your life's in jeopardy, you know what I mean? Where everything means, like, because, you know, let's be real right now, this is probably Mane's last big, huge, not payday, but, you know, big move. I don't see Mane moving to a huge club after this. He very well could, but I don't know if he will, is the question, especially if he has a few poor seasons. So in his eyes, this is everything to him. This is everything. And it's one of them things where he's going to want to keep doing well. He's going to want to make sure he rectifies this Liverpool career before he goes. How do you do that? I'll tell you what you don't do. You don't leave Mane in the first team with no competition. And I know we've got Jota, I know we've got a few other players, but Mane's really competing with Origi and Shaqiri. He's not competing with Jota. Jota comes in for either Salah or Firmino, which is a bit of a mad one from Klopp, but still, you know, I kind of get it. Firmino's not getting the goals, but I still feel like when watching the team, Firmino offers more than what Mane does. So if you're seeing someone else offer more than what Mane does, but you're taking them out the team and leaving Mane in, when does it get to a point where we just have to kind of forget about nostalgia, forget about the trophies that all these players have won, and just go, the benefit of you, Sadio, would be to go on the bench and think about your place in this squad. Are you still good enough? And if so, what are you going to do to show me being the manager, if I was the manager, what are you going to show me as the manager of this club to show that you deserve to be in this team? What do you have over the other players that's going to benefit this starting 11 more? That's what I would like to know. So if you can present that answer to me, Mane, I'm more than happy to rethink about what I'm going to be doing. But in the meantime, you're going to be sitting on the bench. I don't think that's a bad thing for Mane. I really, really don't. Let me know what you think in the comments down below. But I feel like if Liverpool done that, kind of like when Trent came in at right back, he was fighting Klein for that position. When there's hunger, there's a different desire to want to do well. Look at Luke Shaw at Man United this season, just all for the fact they signed a fucking left back called Tejas from Porto. Don't take the piss out of me, people. I'm not being funny. Competition's a great thing and people look at it like it's a bad thing. People saying, oh, if we buy Erling Haaland, we need to sell Firmino. No, we don't. Buy Haaland and then keep Firmino. Have them both because it improves the squad. But let me know what you think in the comments down below. Right, yous now, next up, bless me, on today's Redmond Roundup is the Aston Villa preview. So, obviously, if you don't know what these previews work, it's where I guess the starting 11 that I think we're going to go with and the manager will go with, as well as the score predictions of that game. But just a little warning, it's not a prediction. It's very much certainly a spoiler, and let's get into it. What did I say the Real Madrid game was going to be? Probably like, what, 2-1 Liverpool? Yeah. Prediction, not a spoiler, though. Anyway, Aston Villa preview. How do I look at this game going into it? Well, we got battered 7-2 last time we played these in the league. That's a good place to start. This time it'll be at Anfield, but does not really make a fucking difference. I don't know. I don't think it does. I think we'll have just as much chance of winning or losing at Anfield than what we would if it was at their stadium or if it was at somewhere else. And actually, a little fun fact about the Real Madrid game the other day, which in some way, you know, coincides with this Aston Villa game. The first half of the Real Madrid game where we were so shit, the midfield that started that game, which was Fabinho, Gini and Naby Keita, that was the same midfield that started against Aston Villa in the last game when we lost 7-2. Just a little fun fact. And think about how terrible we was in that first half against Real Madrid. So one rule, don't go with the combination of Fabinho, Naby and Gini. It's like the combination of two fruits that aren't supposed to go together because they'll give you the shits. That's what that midfield is. Go with Thiago. Don't go with what not's broken. Obviously, I've just gave away one of my midfielders that I would go with. That being said, it's the fact, with how close this fixture and the Real Madrid fixture is, it's a bit of a mad one. Let me know what you do in the comments down below, because you can go weak. And when I say weak, I don't mean completely second string. I just mean a few, you know, maybe Nico, maybe Shimikas, a few of these type of players instead of the normal first teamers. Why? Because you've got a big fucking second leg midweek against Real Madrid. So we're going to need to think about that. But now there's something to fight for in the league. So you can't just completely underestimate Aston Villa. So I'm very interested to see what approach you would take. I haven't really had much thought about it until I've just asked myself that question now. And it's a good question. We're playing Villa Saturday, 3 o'clock in the Premier League. Then we're playing Real Madrid either Tuesday or Wednesday in the Champions League. Either way, it's going to be somewhat close to each other. But can we afford to play the same team, whether it's the first team, twice in a week? I'm not sure if we can, or I'm not sure if Klopp will do that. But this is what I would do against Aston Villa. Bear in mind, we've just had a big game. Bear in mind, we've got a big game after this. But this is what I would do. In goal, I'm going with Alisson. Left back, I'm going with Robertson. Right back, against Villa, I'm going with Trent. And the reason why I'm going with Trent above Nico, and the reason why I'm going with Trent above anyone else, whether it's Milner, I think we forget that Milner could do a very solid job at right back if Trent was to be completely out of form. But the reason why I'm going with Trent is because I feel like we need someone to try and just build his confidence again. We need to. And I'm not saying this will mean he's going to go on a great run to be the best right back. I think we've accepted Trent, at least this season, it's going to be like this. But he's still the best right back we've got available. He's still better than Nico Williams, whether you like that or you don't. Whether you like Trent or you don't, he's still better than Nico. He's still better than James Milner in that position. Again, that's maybe up for debate. But there's still areas of his game that are stronger than the other two. Therefore, that's why I want to start him, get him a bit of confidence. Don't completely knock that confidence going into the biggest game of your season in the second leg of the quarterfinals, and leave him there. And also with the Robbo situation, you could start Tsimikas, but I don't know. Just don't completely change it. There's the difference between now and last week. If I was doing this, Liverpool have something to play for. Do you get what I mean? So it's a bit of a mad one. And I want us to win this game, so that's why I'm going to go with them. Centre-backs, I mean, this could be the time we finally see Ben Davies. I just don't think it's going to happen. So I'm going to go with Nat Phillips and Ozan Kabak. Midfield, I've got to go with the combination of Fabinho, Thiago, and you know what? I'm going to throw in Curtis Jones. He's done absolutely nothing wrong. Gini Wijnaldum, whenever Gini Wijnaldum can get a rest, I'll happily give him a rest, because at the end of the day, that man just plays too much football to the point where you might as well just say to him, go and sit on the bench, because it's not going to affect him. He's still going to be as fit as a fiddle. He's not going to be that upset. And at the end of the day, for a one-off game against Aston Villa, I'd like to see what Curtis Jones can do. You've got to bear in mind, this is a player who was undroppable before, and Naby Keita came on. And by the way, the racial slurs that Naby and Trent was getting, even though I haven't touched on it because I feel like you'll already know where I stand on that. Them Liverpool fans, I don't associate myself with in any way, shape or form. I don't care if you're say if you're Karius, right, and I know Karius is white, but say if Karius is black and he makes them mistakes in goal, I don't care what them mistakes were. I don't care if you make 5 of them. At the end of the day, there's a certain area that you just don't attack, and that's the area. But I just wanted to get that out the way. But people going at Naby for that shit performance against Real Madrid in the first half, and obviously other midfielders still being questioned, then where's Curtis Jones in all this? What's he going to do to bring to this team? Because I think Curtis Jones could bring a lot to this current team, especially against Aston Villa. So it'll be interesting to see, but that's the midfield I would go with in Fabinho, Thiago and Curtis Jones. And then the front three, for me, it'd be Jota, Bobby and Salah. That's what it'd be for. I'd drop Mane, I've said this for time now, but I think what Klopp will go with is a Mane, Jota and Salah again, maybe. But he could also think about the Bobby Firmino option with the fact he never started the last game. For some reason, I just don't think. I think it's either Jota who's going to get dropped or Bobby is going to get dropped. I don't think it's Mane or Salah. I think them two are sound. The midfield as well, I don't think Klopp will start Curtis Jones. I think he's more likely to go with a Naby Keita again. Weirdly enough, it doesn't surprise me if he goes with the same midfield he started off with against Real Madrid, except maybe changes Gini for Thiago. I'm not too sure, but I hope he doesn't do that. But I'm thinking he just might for some bizarre reason. And if he does do that, then you've got to question Klopp massively there, because you just need to know that that's not going to work. That's my starting 11 prediction. As for scores, I'm going to say Liverpool. There's just nothing there that can say a guaranteed win, so I'm just going to say a 1-1 for now. As Aston Villa are a very good team, very well set up. I don't think they've got many, if any, significant injuries. Jack Grealish was injured, but now he's sound. So it's going to be a tough one. I'm not looking forward to it, but let me know what you think in the comments down below. And then, obviously, before we wrap this video up, a little Champions League roundup. So, like I said, if you want to see my review on the Real Madrid Liverpool game, then go and check out the post-match reaction. Man City Dortmund. Some would say Man City were robbed, me included, I'm not going to lie. Jude Bellingham's goal absolutely should have stood. he won that ball back very fairly. Ederson had a very poor game, and I'm not trying to jump on Ederson in any way, shape or form. It can happen to the best of our goalkeepers, but Ederson has shown these things before where he's got susceptibilities to his game, inconsistencies, and it's shown again in this game. The first goal, that should have been a goal. Jude Bellingham runs him down, gets the ball back, puts it in the back of the net. Second goal, I believe it was the hand to the ball that he should have been stronger with. I can't actually remember. I should have refreshed my memory before saying he's at fault for both goals. But I know he was at fault for at least one of them. So it's 2-1 to Man City going into the away leg. How does this go? I've said from minute one, Dortmund have got a big chance in this, and they're still very much certainly in this tie. That's not over by any means. And even when you look at how both teams played, even though Dortmund are like 6th in their league, City are like 1st in theirs, just didn't matter because they had a little player called Erling fucking Haaland, and that makes a big difference, especially in the Champions League competitions. I've been trying to scream it. Great assist for Royce, and that goal, like I said, it gave them a glimmer of light. But then, man like Phil Foden, one of the best, if not probably the best under-21s young player in world football right now. I do not know, but he's there and thereabouts. He was unbelievable all game. He got the goal he finally deserved, and yeah, it was what it was. But fair play to Foden, and fair play to City, because it does look like they're going to win this tie, but I'm saying it's not over, and don't write off Dortmund. Porto, Chelsea winning 2-0. You know who's going through that tie really now, don't you? That's 2 away goals as well, so Porto would need to win by 3-0, something mad like that. So yeah, bit shit if you're Porto, but it is what it is. I mean, that game against Juventus alone made this season a little bit more of a success. Knocking out Cristiano Ronaldo, I'm sure Porto fans certainly would have loved that. So, well, actually, I don't know how to Porto fans. If there's any Porto fans, how do you feel about Cristiano? Because could be a mad one. He used to play for Sporting or something, didn't he? So it is what it is. And then obviously PSG and Bayern Munich. The Mbappe show, that's what that is, my friends. The Mbappe show, a hat-trick against Barcelona, 2 goals against Bayern Munich. Hey, don't mind if he diddly fucking does. He's doing amazing, mate. And don't get me wrong, I'd still take Haaland over Mbappe, but Mbappe is just showing year in, year out why he's a baller. Won the league with Monaco, won the World Cup, kept winning the league with PSG, kept scoring goals for PSG. And you know what? As good as Mbappe was, it's a shame we're all going to talk about Mbappe because of the goals. I'm not going to talk about Neymar. Neymar was insane against Bayern Munich. He ran the show. He ran the fucking show. He literally just looked at Boateng and went, you are a bin man compared to what I am, my son. He had fucking Goretzka, Kimmich, and like friggin', I don't know, David Alaba all running at him at once, and he didn't give 2 fucks. Still got like 2 assists. Still played a great game of football. Neymar's unbelievable, man. And you know, when he does turn up, it just can be a different story. And that's just how good. When you've got a good player like that, that's just what they can do. It's just about how often did he bring these things. Neymar brings it often. He needs to be talked about more. Whether you think he's the best or not, that's not what I'm saying, but he needs to be talked about more in terms of when he's playing games like that. Because I haven't heard much about Neymar, and he was the one, like I said, who ran the show. So I don't know, man. But who's going to win the Champions League? Let me know what you think in the comments down below, because there was a few juicy games. If I'm talking about who's going to go through to the next round after them first, so City 2-1 against Dortmund, I'm going to say Dortmund are going to go through. Remember these words and remember them clearly, because I'm going to believe in Haaland, and I'm going to believe that Haaland can bring Dortmund a little bit of success, a pequito bit of success to the Champions League for Dortmund in the Champions League. Chelsea are going to go through against Porto. I'm pretty confident on that. And then PSG will not go through against Bayern Munich. Because bear in mind as well, Bayern Munich fucking bummed, fingered everything times 2 to what happened to Liverpool against Real Madrid to PSG, except they lost. PSG took their chances, whereas Bayern Munich, I think they had like 26 chances. Obviously, no Lewandowski started. It had to be Choupo-Moting, who actually still got a goal, by the way. But it's one of them things where on another day, Bayern will score them chances and PSG won't get 3 goals. So that's why I wanted to give Neymar credit, because I feel like without him, PSG don't stand any shadow of a chance in that game. But Mauricio Pochettino is on course to win this first trophy. It'll be interesting to see if he can. But people, like I said, let me know all your thoughts in the comments down below on what I've spoke about in this video. If you did enjoy, smash a like, subscribe. Thank you for watching the Redmond Roundups. And also, before the roundup, 50k on Insta. Thank you very much. We're approaching 40k on this platform, so thank you very much. Love yous all. And there's going to be a giveaway on my Instagram, so go there, go follow that. And I'm not just, this isn't like some promotion to try and get you to follow my Instagram. I'm saying because there's going to be a couple of giveaways on there, so get there just so you can stay up to date on them. I think probably, I don't know, probably like an Amazon gift card, £50, £60 Amazon. Might do £50 for 50k or £250. I'm not too sure yet. We'll sort something, but I want to do a giveaway for yous, man, because yous have been supporting me massively over the months, and I really do appreciate it. I want you to know it doesn't go unnoticed. So yeah, if you want to have a chance of joining that, then go subscribe. Go follow on Twitter. Instagram, fucking hell, this outro, I keep saying the wrong words. This outro's been the hardest outro I've ever had to do in my life, I can tell you that for free. So I'm going to end my misery now. Thank you for watching. Leave a like, subscribe, and I will see you all later. Peace out.